Good morning. We'd like to cordially welcome and invite all of the gathered here, especially the headmasters, teachers, and also students, to celebrate Europe Day. This day, held on the 9th May of every year, celebrates peace and unity among Europeans. We'd like to invite you to a meeting of the Youth European Parliament to discuss urgent topics, out of which the most important is education. There will be 6 representatives of each European Parliament country members. Each person will present their statements concerning their country's education. After every speech, there will be time for questions. The order of the presentation will be as follows: Finland, Italy, Poland, Spain, Germany, and for the last, Belgium. I now welcome on stage the first representative, Szymon Wiśniewski from Finland.
Good morning. I am the representative of the country of Finland, and I'm going to present to you basic information about education in my native country. To begin with, higher education in Finland is entirely free for all the Finnish people and foreign students from the European Union. Also, every student in our country has a lot of privileges, like cheap accommodation in the house of residence or discounts in healthcare and transport. The Finnish universities are well known in the world for their high level of education. Our best academies are constantly gaining high positions in the world rankings. For example, in the year of 2024, the University of Helsinki received a 110th place in the World University ranking, and the Aalto University received a 113th spot in that exclusive ranking. Our universities are focusing on the scientific research and overall development. Besides, the government is putting a lot of effort and finances in the growth of our academies. We are the most known and respected for the fields of medicine, engineering, and technology. Those are also the most popular courses in Finland. We also have a world-class level of architecture and social sciences. The Finnish universities are successfully trying to create an international academic community. The students not from Finland are always welcome in our schools. As I said before, higher education is completely free for students from other European Union countries. Students not from the Union have to pay a fee of 1,500 euros a year. Most of the courses can be conducted in English, so the foreign students don't have to learn Finnish, which is a very hard language. Furthermore, all foreign students, no matter from where they are, have the same privileges as the Finnish students. The high level of education in our country is probably caused by the high level of our teachers. In Finland, a job of a teacher is as much respected as a doctor or engineer. It's very hard to even become a teacher in Finland. Even the school garden teachers need the master's license, which is hard to get in Finland. We trust our teachers that they will create another strong generation of the Finnish people, and we believe that their job is extremely important in the society. The earnings of teachers are depending on their experience. With time, they earn more. The average is 4,000 euros a month. Teachers in universities earn even more. The Finnish grading system is very characteristic and appreciated. There are no grades to the 6th class. In the 7th class, the 4 to 10 mark system is introduced, where 4 is insufficient and 10 is excellent. But not all of the grades come from exams. They come from group projects, classroom activity, and self-esteem. All I can say is that the marking system is extremely innovative and it works. To sum up, the education sector is important for the Finnish government. We are developing it with all our strength, and the growth is not slowing down. Furthermore, the publishing house Pearson has ranked our education system as the best in the world. Thank you.
Thank you for your speech. If anyone in the audience has any questions, raise your hand and our representative will answer it. Here you go.
How are students with disabilities supported in Finnish school?
Students with disabilities in Finnish universities are supported through a range of services ensuring equal access to education. These include individual study arrangements, accessible learning materials, and assistive technologies. Universities also provide guidance counselors and support staff to help with academic planning and well-being. All measures are guided by Finland's commitment to inclusive education and non-discrimination.
Thank you again. Thank you for your interest in the topic. I now welcome on stage the next representative, Kuba Kaszewski from Italy.
Good morning, I'm the representative of Italy and I'm going to present to you basic information about education in Italy. The education system in Italy offers both public and private schooling options. Public schools are free of charge, ensuring that education is accessible to all students regardless of their financial situation. These institutions are funded by the state and generally provide a high educational foundation. In contrast, private schools require payment of tuition fees and are often associated with smaller class sizes or specialized curricula. Similarly, private universities charge tuition fees, which can vary significantly depending on the institution and the chosen program. For example, the tuition fees at the prestigious private university, such as Bocconi University in Milan, can range from approximately €30,000 to €70,000 per year. Additional expenses, such as accommodation, transportation, and study materials, can further increase the overall cost of attendance. However, many private universities offer scholarships and financial aid packages to assist students who demonstrate academic excellence or financial need. The overall quality of education, whether in public or private institutions, can vary based on factors such as location and available resources. Nevertheless, both types of school maintain a generally high academic standard and strong tradition of academic excellence, particularly in disciplines such as the humanities, architecture, and the arts. Teachers in Italy are generally well educated, having undergone rigorous training before entering the profession. However, there are ongoing discussions about the salaries, which are often considered low in comparison to the European average. For instance, a newly qualified teacher in Italy earns approximately €1,400 to €1,400 per year, while a teacher with many years of experience might earn €1,800 to €2,000 net monthly. These figures highlight the need for further investment in the education sector to improve working conditions and retain talented professionals. Italian students usually show a welcoming attitude toward international students, especially at universities. Many Italian universities participate in programs like Erasmus+, which promotes academic exchange and encourages cultural diversity on campus. International students often find it relatively easy to integrate, although language barriers can sometimes pose a challenge outside of academic settings. When it comes to the choice of university programs, students tend to select fields of study based on their interests, personal strengths, and the current demands of the labor market. Popular areas of study include economics, law, engineering, and medicine, reflecting the importance of these sectors in the Italian economy. The Italian grading system is numeric and typically ranges from 0 to 10 in secondary schools, with 6 being the minimum passing grade. At the university level, the grading scale usually ranges from 18 to 30, with 18 as the minimum passing grade, and 30 is also with honors, 30 allotted as the highest possible mark. Overall, the Italian education system strives to balance tradition with modern demands, offering a wide range of opportunities for students while continuously working on improvements in quality and accessibility. Thank you.
Thank you for your speech.
What
That's a great question. In Italy, higher education is offered through several types of institutions. The main types include universities, technical universities, universities for foreigners, higher education for advanced studies, higher education in art, music and dance, and professional higher education. Thank you for your question.
And now, welcome on stage the next representative, Mikołaj from Poland.
Hello everyone, I'd like to tell you about the Polish universities today. Let's begin with the costs and quality. Well, Poland offers a unique system in which the Polish universities are completely tuition free for the Polish citizens and the EU students, only if taught in Polish. For the international students from outside the EU, the tuition ranges from 2,000 to 3,000 euros per year, though many scholarships are available. What's remarkable is that despite this affordable cost, we have 15 universities in the global QS rankings, with the University of Warsaw and the Jagiellonian University leading the way. Now you might wonder, how does this affect the teachers? Well, academic salaries ranges between 1,500 to 3,000 euros monthly, after taxes of course. While this is lower than the Western European standards, it aligns well with the Polish cost of living. Many professors also combine the teaching with private sector work or research, which makes a special and practical approach towards the education. This brings me to the international students. Well, Poland has become an educational hub in 2023 with over 85,000 foreign students. We are especially popular among the students from Ukraine, India and other EU countries. Universities provide excellent support, including the orientation weeks, Polish language courses, and help even with accommodation. Many programs in medicine, engineering, business are taught entirely in English. Speaking of programs, well, our most popular fields reflect the global trends with a Polish twist. Medicine, particularly English taught, programs attract students worldwide because of our reputable medical schools. Engineering and IT programs are booming thanks to the Polish growing tech sector. While businesses and economics remain the classic choices, especially at the Warsaw School of Economics. The grading system is straightforward. We use 2 to 5 scale, where 2 means failure and 5 is excellent. Some universities also use the European ACT's grading system, which ranges from A to F, to make transferring credits easier for the exchange students. What makes Polish universities special is this balance. We maintain high academic standards while being affordable and welcoming. From our 1364 established Jagiellonian University to the modern tech schools, there's something for everybody. To conclude, whether you want free education in Polish or an English taught degree, or even to experience the Poland's vibrant life of a student, our universities offer outstanding opportunities. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you for the speech.
Can you tell me what is the process for transferring from a foreign university to the Polish one?
It's 5 steps. You can check the requirements in the internal office of the university, because the internal policies vary between the universities. Then you have to submit your documents such as diplomas, transcripts, and language certification. B2, C1 for the Polish language and TOEFL for the English. Then you have to apply. Deadlines vary between the universities.
Now, I welcome on stage the next representative, Victoria from Spain.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, it is an honor to stand before you today and speak about one of the most vital pillars of any society, education. Today, I would like to take a closer look at the Spanish education system, examining its structure, its strengths, and the challenges it faces in today's rapidly changing world. In Spain, higher education is provided mainly by public universities, although private institutions also play a significant role. Public universities are partially subsidized by the government, meaning that tuition fees are generally affordable, especially compared to those in countries like the United States or United Kingdom. On average, tuition fees for a bachelor's program range from 700 to 2,000 euros per academic year at public institutions. Private universities, on the other hand, can charge significantly higher fees. Spanish universities are well respected for the quality of education, particularly in fields such as engineering, medicine, law, and business. Several universities, such as University of Barcelona or the Autonomous University of Madrid, are consistently ranked among the best in Europe. When it comes to teachers in Spain from primary to secondary and higher education receive moderate salaries. On average, a secondary school teacher earns between 30,000 to 34,000 euros annually, depending on experience and region. While these figures are competitive within Southern Europe, many educators express concern about limited career development opportunities and bureaucratic hurdles. Despite these challenges, teachers in Spain are generally respected and play a crucial role in shaping the academic and personal growth of their students. Spain has become an increasingly attractive destination for international students, particularly those from Latin America and Europe. The Erasmus Plus program has further strengthened Spain's reputation as a welcoming place for foreign students. Universities offer a variety of courses in English and provide support services such as language classes and integration programs. The attitude towards foreign students is generally positive, and many institutions actively promote diversity and international cooperation. Among the most popular fields of study in Spain are business administration, law, engineering, health scientists, and tourism. The latter reflecting Spain's status as one of the world's top tourist destinations. Recently, there has been a noticeable increase in interest in digital technologies and environmental sciences, indicating a shift toward innovation and sustainability. When it comes to the grading system, the Spanish grading system follows a scale from 0 to 10, with 5 being the minimum passing grade. The breakdown is as it follows: from 9 to 10, sobresaliente, excellent; from 7 to 8.9, notable; from 6 to 6.9, bien; from 5 to 5.9, aprobado; and from 0 to 4.9 is suspenso, so you fail. In universities, an honor distinction, Matrícula de Honor, may be awarded to outstanding students who achieve top marks, but it is reserved for the small percentage of students in class. The Spain's education system boasts numerous strengths, including affordable access to higher education, a strong network of public universities, a growing openness to international collaboration. However, it also faces several challenges: high dropout rates in secondary education, regional disparities in education quality, limited funding for research and innovation. Efforts are ongoing to modernize the system, reduce bureaucracy, and better prepare students for the demands of the 21st century job market. In conclusion, Spain offers a dynamic educational landscape with much to offer both domestic and international students. While there is room for improvement, particularly in terms of teacher support and innovation, the country continues to take meaningful steps towards a more inclusive and forward-looking education system. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you for your speech. If anyone has any questions, raise your hand.
Does the Spanish school system support students with special educational needs?
Thank you very much for the question. The Spanish school system supports students with special educational needs through the range of inclusive strategies and special services. Individual plans are created to address each student's specific learning goals, while professional support is available from specialists such as speech therapists and psychologists. Teaching materials and assessment methods are adapted to student diverse needs, ensuring equal access to education. In cases of more significant challenges, students may attend specialized centers that provide focused and intense educational support.
Another question from the representative.
Interesting that we only have time for one question. Well, I have a question. How is a little over twice the minimum wage such as home salary? Minimum wage is like 2.2 times smaller than teacher's wage. How is that so small?
Okay, thank you for your question. First, I want to address your statistics and where do you get them from? Because I can clearly see that you are not from Spain. And I said that the teacher earns between 30,000 and 34,000 euros annually. These are data that can be found on the internet. So you can do your own research.
You have 14,000 of minimum.
Sometimes the ranges can vary according to region. Like for example, in Poland, in Mazuria region, you are typically less than in like Warsaw. So I think that the numbers that I said are equivalent to Spain. Like in bigger cities you can earn more, and in like smaller cities you can earn less. So that's why I said those numbers. We'll talk about it later.
Tertiary education in Germany is on a very high level that emphasizes the hands-on aspect of education. Germany is at the forefront of innovation, science, and research, and its higher education sector is valued and recognized worldwide. Our country offers both public and private universities. Public universities in Germany are funded by the federal states and do not charge tuition fees. However, all enrolled students do have to pay a semester fee, which is an administrative fee for the university. The semester fees vary from 150 euros to 350 euros, which is based on the university and the different fees and accommodations for students included. Cost of private education, on the other hand, ranges from 5,000 to 20,000 euros per year or even more. Although smaller in comparison to public universities, private universities offer a great variety of specialized programs. Germany is also becoming a very popular study destination for ambitious international students. 17% of all students currently enrolled in universities are international students, and their numbers are rising every year. Higher education is mostly free for every international student. Only one German land, Baden-Württemberg, expects non-EU students to pay 1,500 euros per semester. There are a total of 428 universities in Germany, and around half of them offer entirely English-taught programs, which makes studying easier for non-German students as they don't need to learn German, another language, to a high level before they can enroll and start their higher education. You'll need to, of course, show that you're proficient in English through tests like IELTS or TOEFL to be able to enroll in those programs. Germany is one of the world's top study destinations for international students, where they can find countless prestigious and top-ranked universities, hundreds of specialized study programs to choose from, degrees that are valued globally, and affordable studies. The majority of universities in Germany use a 5-point rating system to assess students' academic performance. In some rare cases, they may use a 6-point system. Same as with grades in lower and secondary education, 1 is the highest, and 5 or 6 is the lowest grade. The minimum grade to pass an exam is usually 4, which means that if you get a 5, you don't meet minimal requirements and need to retake the exam. However, German law schools use a unique 18-point rating system. The points range from 0 to 18, where 18 is the highest grade. The most popular fields of study in Germany are law, economics, and social studies. On the other hand, the most popular field amongst international students is engineering. And the highest paying degrees are the ones specializing in medicine and healthcare, business, law, and IT. Graduates from German universities quickly find jobs because they have high demand skills. However, Germany sees 22% fewer humanities students in the last 20 years, which is due to highly industrialized economy and job market of this country. Furthermore, teaching in Germany is a respected and secure profession with teachers' salary varying by state, subject, and experience. The minimum requirement to be allowed to teach in Germany is a degree from a university and a German language qualification if you are a foreigner, at the level B2 or C1, depending on your subject and the type of school you will be working in. The average starting salary for public school teachers is around 3,000 euros, and experienced teachers earn from 4,000 to 5,000 euros. In summary, Germany's education is on a very high level and emphasizes practical learning methods. We are a leader in science and research, and we prestige the Germany's globally recognized and valued academic environment. We offer tuition-free education for all students and a wide range of choices, depending on people's preferences and budget, and we are open to international students, which makes Germany's education available and accessible to everyone.
So I'm here to mention the cost of education itself, but I was wondering what is the cost of living in Germany as an international student, and if there are any scholarships available for them.
So, the minimum estimated by the government cost of living in Germany is around 12,000 euros, including accommodations like housing and groceries. And actually, if you're students coming from a non-EU country, you need to have this amount of money in a special blocked bank account, and you need to also provide proof that you have this money when applying for a student visa. And if you're from an EU country, you obviously don't need a student visa to study here. And generally speaking, the south of Germany is the most expensive region in terms of living costs. And in this region, major cities like Munich and Stuttgart. Meanwhile, the higher north of the country you go, the more prices become cheaper. The most affordable major cities in Germany are considered Dresden and Leipzig. And also our capital city of Berlin is also cheaper in comparison to other European capitals. And in terms of scholarships, some of the most generous scholarships are actually funded by the government or different organizations, and they play a big role in helping our education to become more accessible to students from all around the world. They offer many amazing financial aids and cover costs of, for example, students' rent, healthcare, health insurance, and German language courses. Thank you for your question.
Now, I welcome on stage the last representative, Szymon Wyrzyk from Belgium.
Good morning, I am the representative of Belgium, and I am here to provide information of the education in my country. To begin with, higher education in Belgium is not free, but it's relatively affordable, especially compared to countries like the US or UK. The costs of education include registration fees, study materials and books, living expenses, and also tuition fees, which for EU or EA students are usually between 900 and 1,200 euros per year. For non-EU students, the fees are usually higher, often ranging from 1,000 euros to even 8,000 euros per year, depending on the program and institution. Universities can also provide financial aid, as there are scholarships and grants available, especially for EU students or those with financial need. Some universities can also offer installment plans for tuition payments. Belgian education is recognized internationally, as Belgian degrees are recognized across the EU and worldwide, with the KU movement consistently ranking among the top 100 universities in the world. There are also many other well-ranked universities, such as Ghent University, UC Le Mans, and ULP. Belgium is known for its research and innovation as well, because Belgium invests heavily in research and development, and our universities collaborate closely with industries, especially in fields like engineering, life sciences, and social sciences. Belgian schools and universities provide a multilingual environment with programs offered in Dutch, French, and English. And they are a great place for international students because of the diverse and inclusive atmosphere. Quality control is a normal occurrence in Belgium, as higher education is closely monitored by the government to maintain standards, and institutions go for regular audits and quality reviews. In terms of the teacher's salary, it depends on the experience level of the teacher. The monthly salaries range from €2,500 to even €7,500 based on the experience of the teacher. The salaries can also vary in terms of the level of the education they provide. For primary school teachers, the average monthly salary is approximately €4,500. For secondary school teachers, it is around €5,000, and for university lecturers, the salaries can vary widely, with monthly earnings ranging from €4,500 to even €9,000 monthly, depending on the specific discipline and experience. And international school teachers are also respected and well paid, as they typically earn between €2,500 and €5,500 gross per month. There have also been recent developments in teacher compensation to address teacher shortages and make the profession more attractive. The Flemish government has implemented measures such as accelerated pay increases, with over 8,300 new teachers receiving an accelerated pay rise of up to €50 per month. Specialist teacher roles, with experienced teachers with at least 10 years in primary or secondary education, can take on additional responsibilities to become specialist teachers, receiving an extra €250 per month. Belgium generally demonstrates a welcoming approach towards foreign students, offering various integration programs and support services. However, recent policy changes and administrative challenges have introduced complexities that affect the experience of international students. Belgian educational institutions have implemented several initiatives to support foreign students, such as DASPA. In the Wallonia-Brussels Federation, this program provides intensive French language instruction and preparatory courses to help newly arrived students integrate into the regular school system. This program typically lasts up to 1 year, with a possible extension of 6 months. Civic integration path in Flanders. Newcomers are required to participate in a civic integration program that includes Dutch language courses, social orientation classes, and guidance for employment or further education. Successful completion leads to a civic integration certificate, and university initiatives as well, as Belgian universities offer tailored programs for refugee and immigrant students, including language courses, bridging programs, and scholarships to facilitate their academic transition. Despite these supportive measures, certain policies have raised concerns, such as funding caps for non-EEA students, increased financial requirements, and integration policy reforms. In Belgium, the grading system varies across educational levels and linguistic communities, but the 0 to 20 scale is commonly used, especially in higher education. Belgian universities typically employ a 0 to 20 group grading scale, where 10 is the minimum passing grade, and achieving a score of 80 or higher is rare and indicates exceptional mastery of the subject. Belgian higher education institutions also utilize the European Credit Transfer and Accumulation System, ECTS, to facilitate international student mobility. To sum up, Belgian higher education is considered to be of very high quality, both in Europe and globally. The country has a strong academic tradition, well-respected research institutions, and offers many programs in English, especially at the master's and doctoral levels. Belgium offers comprehensive support for foreign students through various programs and university initiatives. Recent policy changes have introduced challenges that may affect the accessibility and inclusivity of its education system. The balance between integration efforts and regulatory measures continues to be a topic of public and political debate.
About the main fields of study chosen by students in Belgium.
further question. In Belgium, students frequently choose study programs that align with both local trends and the country's economic needs. The most popular fields of study are business, economics and management, science, technology and engineering and mathematics, medicine and health sciences, arts and design, and social sciences and humanities. Thank you.
Thank you for your answers. This was the last discussion. Now we would like to conclude the meeting with some advantages and disadvantages of education in each country. Stanislav will present them.
To sum up the speeches of our representatives, I would like to focus on advantages and disadvantages of studying in these countries. To start off, a big plus for all of the countries is that higher education is affordable and accessible. Both public and private universities offer great opportunities, albeit a bit different. For example, in Poland, public universities are completely tuition-free for almost all of those enrolled. On the other hand, students in Germany are obligated to pay a semester fee, which can be seen quite disadvantageous. Another thing worth mentioning is scholarships. Students, especially international ones, can be granted financial aid in Belgium and Italy. There are many other perks coming from abroad, for people coming from abroad as well. Higher education in Spain is made accessible for people not yet fluent in Spanish, by universities offer courses in English. In Belgium, you can even attend programs in 3 different languages, Dutch, French and English. Other countries' advantages is their focus on research and innovation. Universities in Germany and Finland are known for their extensive development in various fields and fast progress. But some countries, like Spain, are only starting to invest in modernizing their system. And it's hard for them to catch up with Germany, which is at the forefront of innovation right now. Let's finish the conclusions by talking about attitude towards foreigners in these European countries. For the most part, everybody is friendly and accommodating towards international students. Programs like Erasmus Plus are very popular, and there is an atmosphere of inclusion and diversity at the universities. Many international students have enrolled in universities in Poland over the years, and the atmosphere here has always been nothing but welcoming. Overall, the future of higher education in Europe looks bright and full of opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you for your attention and involvement. And we hope that ministers of education of each country will take our suggestions into consideration. Thank you.